Good afternoon, Year 11. Sishu, you've brought us out into the jungle to start this lesson. Well, I'm just in my backyard here, so there's a wee bit of calm Japanese maple to look at, and there's my bird table, but the robin and the blackbird don't seem to want to come yet. And that's me looking out through my backyard at the front of the house. You'll notice there, it's hard for you to see, but that's the sea out there. It's hard for you to see through my front door. See it? Lapping in there. That's the Irish Sea. Anyway, so we'll continue on today, girls. I'll go back into the classroom away from the serenity of the back garden to the hard work as usual. So, yesterday you did a bit of work on writing practice, isn't that right, for homework? And this was the piece that you had to do. You've the 5 paragraphs to write a formal letter to a new school describing yourself and family. So we'll do this together, girls, a model answer, taking in each of those 5 bullet points, okay? Your name, your family, whether you get on well with them, mention pets, and describe why you would like to attend the new school. We'll not make it desperately long, but just have a formula that you always use. So I'm going to use Ballynahinch, okay, because that's where I usually am, and you are too. And a date, always put a date in Spanish. Maybe just use the same one all the time. Since the exams are around June time, you might want to use that one. El 2 de junio. Okay, so it's been a while since we've done any model answers or anything, girls. It's hard for me to hold this, but querida Anna, or whoever you're... actually, I'm completely wrong. Excuse me, because this is formal, isn't it? So ignore that. Muy señora, because you don't know yet. Mio, with an accent on that. Mia. Now that's the formula for dear sir or dear madam. If you know who it is, if it's dear sir, muy señor mío, or muy señora mía. So, I am writing to you. Now, the word for you or to you is te, isn't it? But this is formal. So we use the third person, and that's le. Le escribo. I am writing to you. Porque, because. Voy a empezar. I am going to start. Mis estudios. My studies in your school. Now, there's different ways of saying school. Su instituto, su escuela, su colegio. But we're going to use a different one. We're going to use su centro docente, which means it's just another way of saying school. And it's a very posh way of saying it. Your teaching center, okay? Your school. En el mes de septiembre. We'd be even clearer about that. De este año. In the month of September of this year. Voy a darle. I am going to give you. If that was give you and it was a friend, it would be darte. Give you. But darle. Unos detalles. Details. Sobre. About. Remember, about or on. Mis intereses. Mi personalidad, and forget that, y mi familia. Me llamo, and then you write your name, okay? Me llamo y tengo, whatever age you are, años. Place of birth. Nací, maybe give your birthday as well. Whatever your birth date is, and whatever the month is, okay? And then the year as well. So for example, most of you, I think, were born, was this, you're 16 now, are you? So most of you were born in 2004. Is that right? I can't count. Say around that, whatever your year is. N and the name of the place, Downpatrick, Belfast, wherever, okay? That's that bullet point completed. The next one, say if you get on well, describe your family in as much detail as possible. Now, you have asked me for. Me ha preguntado, you have asked me about, I suppose. Me ha preguntado sobre mi familia. Aquí le voy a dar tantos detalles como posible. Somos 5 personas en mi familia. That is to say, es decir, that is to say, mi madre, que se llama Patricia, mi padre. You don't need to keep saying que se llama because that can be a bit boring. So just mi padre Juan. Además, tengo 2 hermanos menores, 2 younger brothers. Again, don't case que se llaman, no need it. So we'll call them Jaime y Pedro. Okay. Mis hermanos asisten a, go to, al colegio or a la escuela maybe, primaria, to the primary school, en mi pueblo, in my town. Mis padres me apoyan mucho, they support me a lot, y me dan consejos cuando estoy haciendo mis deberes, and they give me advice when I am doing my homework. Me llevo muy bien. Me llevo bien con todos, with all. Sorry about that. Oh, there's a bit. Todos los miembros, all of the members of my family, de mi familia. Okay. So that's the third point and the second point dealt with. Okay. The Fourth point. Debo mencionar, I must mention, the fact that el hecho que me encantan los animales y tengo 3 mascotas, and I have 3 pets. Mascotas, okay, not mascots but pets. 3 mascotas. Mi perro se llama Pepito y es negro y, en mi opinión, muy majo. Very cute and good. Y tengo 2 peces rojos que se llaman Mati y Pili. Son muy divertidos. And then finally, describe why you would like to attend the new school. Finalmente, debo explicar por qué. Now, por qué meaning why as opposed to because. Okay, por qué quiero ser estudiante en su instituto. Primero, soy buen estudiante. Siempre gano buenas, actually saco is better there, saco buenas notas en mis exámenes y me llevo muy bien con mis profesores me encantan los deportes. And this is where you throw your A star stuff in. So for example, si fuera estudiante, if I was, that's a you there, estudiante en su colegio, in your school, again just changing the name. Me gustaría, I would like to. Me gustaría participar. I would like to participate en los varios in the various team sports, deportes de equipo, which are que se hacen, which are done, en allí, there, rather than saying in anything, just there. Okay. También, I must admit that, tengo que admitir que, admitir, that looks like an either, que, tengo mucho talento en cuanto a la música, with regard to music. Y sería un placer, it would be a pleasure. Again, a nice wee phrase to use. Participar en la orquesta, el coro o los otros grupos musicales, or musicales, yeah, en su centro. And then you say a word of thanks. So, gracias por haber leído mi carta de introducción. Espero que nos veamos en septiembre. I hope that we see each other in September. Now, to finish off, something like saludos, or I suppose you could say gracias. Would you suppose you've said gracias por haber leído? Trying to think, is there anything else we could write on that rather to make it? I don't want to say escríbeme pronto or anything like that, because that would be silly. Hasta entonces would be fine in this case, girls. Until then. Hasta entonces. And then your name, okay? So I hope that's helpful. That's just a wee model answer then, girls, that you might use for GCSE. I'll just run through it very quickly again. Dear sir, dear madam, I'm writing you because I'm going to start my studies in your school in the month of September this year, and I'm going to give you some details about my interests, my personality and my family. Things are cut off there, girls, because they were originally overlapped like that, but anyway. I am called, and I am so many years old. I was born on the such and such of 2004 in and wherever the town was. You've asked me about my family. Here I'm going to give you as many details as possible. Como posible, as possible. We are 5 in my family. That's to say my mum, who's called Patricia, my father Juan. I also have 2 younger brothers, Jaime, Pedro. My brothers attend primary school in my town, and my parents have supported me a lot and give me advice when I am doing my homework. I get on well with all the members of my family. I must mention the fact that debo mencionar el hecho que me encantan, you could actually say el hecho de que, which would be even nicer stylistically. Me encantan los animales. I love animals, and I have 3 pets. My dog is called Pepito, and he is black, and in my opinion he's very cute. And I have 2 red fish who are called Mati and Pele, and they're very fun. great fun. Finally, I must explain why I want to be a student in your school. Firstly, I am a good student and I always get good marks in my exams and I get on very well with my teachers. Con mis profesores. I like sports, and if I was a student in your school, I said that was an A-star phrase. Okay, if I was, I would like to participate in the various, that's VARIOS, very badly spelt, sports in team sports that are done in that are done there, ALLI. Also, I have to admit that I have a lot of talent with regard to music, and it would be a pleasure to participate in your in the orchestra and choir and the other musical groups in your school. And thank you for having read my introduction letter, and I hope that we see each other in September. It's VEAMOS. See you then. So that's your model letter. So tonight, girls, the homework tonight is, now, first of all, copy that out and make sure you have that letter copied out, in addition to the one that you've already done. And then I want you to do the following. The role play practice that's here, very easy, just write those out. You've only got 5 minutes to do it. And then I want you to make sure that these here are done, girls. That's from the Oxford Grey Book, if you can get that out, and complete those tasks. Gracias, chicas. Espero que todo vaya bien con vosotras. Gracias.